on. I'm still getting the hang of it. Hold on. The steps, remember? Hold on. But just how I thought. And then Stan of the Swamp says, why do you keep saying woohoo? Then Wally asks, because going down the slide is so much fun. Try it. You'll love it. Then Stan of the Swamp says, huh? Then Stan asks, woo, who? And then Wally says, why aren't you sliding? Then Stan asks, swamp monsters are very sticky. Then Wally asks, okay, sliding is not your thing. What else you like to play? Or when Kai says, quick, everybody, lean back. And just like that when Stan of the Swamp says, swamp monsters are very sticky. Then Wally asks, okay, slide is not your thing. What else do you like to play? And then Wally says, let me think. I know, how about in the sandbox? And then Stan asks, a mud box will be better. And then Wally says, let me think. What are fun things you like to play in the sand? Like a truck. Does truck start a tr sound? Yeah, it does. It starts with the letter T and the tr sound. It's a magic word, twice. Then Wally asks, so let's make Stan a truck. And then Wally says, there you go, Stan. A nice truck to play with. Then Stan asks, I'll try. Then Wally asks, I'll get some too. And then Wally asks, hey Stan, you having fun playing with your truck? And then Stan of the Swamp says, not really. The horn doesn't work and the steering wheel's too small. How do you drive this thing? And then Wally asks, Stan, you're not supposed to get on the truck. And then Stan asks, you're not? Or when Lola says, what's wrong? And then Lola asks, are you sad because you don't want me to leave? And then the little bird felt sad. And then Lola asks, aw, you poor bird. I know you don't want me to leave, but I can't just leave you there. And then Lola asks, I know you don't want me to leave, but I gotta go help Kai and Ramy Bobby, and I can't stay. And then the little bird felt sad. And then Lola asked, okay, I'll stay with you. Then Lola asked, you want me to tickle your tummy? Then Lola asked, okay, I'll tickle your tummy. Then Lola says, tickle. And then Sky Kitty says, and then Lola says, yes, you like your tummy tickled, don't you? Then Lola asked, yes, you are. Then Lola asked, who's a tummy tickle bird? You are. Stan of the Swamp says, not really. The horn doesn't work, and the steering wheel's too small. How do you drive this thing? And then Wally asks, Stan, you're not supposed to get on the truck. And then Stan asks, you're not? Then Stan of the Swamp says, whoa. Then Stan said, that's it. And just like that when Stan of the Swamp says, that's it, I'm going back to my swamp. Then Wally asks, wait, Stan, don't give up. What are fun things you like to play? Then Stan asks, I don't know. And then Wally asks, well, you try play on that, and you try play on that. What else you like to play? Then Stan asks, I don't know. And then Wally asks, let me think. I know, something you could jump on. Then Wally asks, magic stick, give me a word. Thanks. Whoa, big word. Stan, do you know this word? And then Stan asks, trampoline. Then Wally says, yeah, trampoline. It starts with the letter T and the tr sound. It's a magic word, so let's make a trampoline. Then Wally asks, look, Stan, you just need to try it. Now you give it a go. Then Stan of the Swamp says, hup, hey, not bad. And then and then Wally says, see, I told you it was fun. Then Stan asks, let's see, I could go higher. And